Welcome and good. I'm Katrina Smith. Thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday. It's April 15th. Another gorgeous morning for us to start. How long will we hold on to these summer-like temperatures, though? Meteorologist Eric Gage is in the Weather Center to let us know that.
Yeah, so I've got good news and bad news. What do you want first?
Let's do the bad news first.
Okay, so the bad news, it isn't too bad, but we're talking about a very small chance for an isolated shower or storm today, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. Along with that, too, the other part of the bad news is that the warm temperatures do come to an end after this weekend. So the good news is the warm temperatures stick around at least for today as well as tomorrow. So, in fact, it's already in the mid-60s in the valley right now. And I want to quickly take a look back at yesterday's sunset. Gorgeous across the Mohawk Valley. Going to pause it right around here, seeing those beautiful oranges and blues. And in fact, it made a very colorful sunset last night. Even this morning, too, somewhat of a nice sunrise. And heading out today, grab that t-shirt, shoes, sunglasses, another beautiful day. Actually, the temperature's is 40s. It should be 70s and 80s. But again, sunshine. Grab the umbrella too, just in case, because we are talking about an isolated shower or storm, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. This is due to a weak low pressure disturbance in Pennsylvania that'll gradually push its way north as we head into this afternoon. But again, dry this morning, already very warm, a beautiful start to the day. We're talking what to expect for the weekend ahead, plus the possibility of some rain and maybe hail coming up. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Eric. Today marks
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and happy Saturday. A very mild and beautiful start to your Saturday morning today, with high temperatures expected to reach the 70s and 80s by the afternoon. I'm going to dodge a few rain showers, though, as we head into this evening. Let's take a live look outside. People already out on the sidewalks and on the roads enjoying this beautiful start to the Saturday. Our Cooperstown cameras brought to you by Yukon Asho Insurance Group. And again, on a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, looking at quiet conditions across all of central New York this morning. But this does start to get active as we head into the next couple of days. Not too bad, but a stronger cold front does begin to arrive as we head into Sunday night and into Monday. So around the clock today, already starting out on the mild side in the 60s, reaching the 70s by noon, into the lower 80s possibly by 3 and 4 p.m. this evening. We do start to cool down, though, as rain showers being developed. Not everyone will see rain showers, but you can see across the board here, dry conditions across the area. But between 5 and 6 p.m., closer to sunset, we could be seeing a brief shower that could be on the heavier side. Now, for the weekend forecast overall, again, brief showers for both these days, but again, it's more sunshine, more dry weather than rain. But we're leaving on the possibility of rain showers both these days, because it's going to be aware of this happening, as these could produce some rumbles of thunder. So this is all due to a very weak area of rotation out towards Pennsylvania and Maryland. And what this is doing, this is going to cause a disturbance in the atmosphere that can cause basically convection or even some thunderstorms to develop, especially south of our area. But one or two could actually reach into some areas, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. Those of you north of the Mohawk Valley could be missing out on a lot of these rain showers. Could be remaining mostly dry, if not entirely dry, for the whole day. So timing out on our Skycast, again, dry weather this morning, already reaching the upper 60s to lower 70s by noontime. And headed to 3 to 5 p.m., notice this right here. There's this rain shower right here. Now, as this pushes through, could produce, with the moisture in the atmosphere, maybe some heavier downpours. Again, brief, but a heavier downpour. And with that, too, a very, very low chance of even some hail, as there is cooler air even higher up in the atmosphere. Now, after 6:30, 7 o'clock, we do dry out once more, looking to be on the mild side as we enter early Sunday morning to Sunday afternoon. Again, warming up into the 70s. A brief chance of a light shower, not as a higher chance compared to today, but still a very low chance of some rain showers. But as we head into overnight to Sunday into Monday morning, here comes a cold front, bringing in some rain showers for your early morning commute. On the mild side, and the rain showers do continue throughout the afternoon, weakening out as we head into 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday evening. So for today, high of 80 degrees, a pop-up shower possible. Tonight, mild conditions, a low of 57 degrees. Our 7-day forecast, enjoy these warmer temperatures because we cool right back down into the 50s and 40s for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Back to more average temperatures this time of year. But after that, we warm up back into the 60s and 70s as we head into Thursday and Friday of next week. And our trivia question in baseball, Take Me Out to the Ball Game is traditionally sung during what inning? First, second, or first, third, fifth, or seventh?
Don't act like you know, Eric. You don't know either. I'm just going to take a wild guess and say I don't know, fifth.
All right, director says fifth. It is seventh during the seventh inning stretch.
Okay.
And I guess before
It's the end of the game.
Well, it's close to the end of the game.
Closer
Seventh
to
inning
the
stretch.
end
There's
of the
9
game,
innings. Yeah.
yes.
And it's the stretch in between it two. And the only song I remember doing this was the Sweet Caroline. I love doing those songs for baseball. But I don't remember ever doing this. I went to a baseball game in Fenway a while back.
I was going to say, when's the last time you've been to it?
Yeah, probably about 5 or 6 years ago. So it's been a little bit too. I get a refresher. But the one song I remember is Sweet Caroline.
I just know that you eat peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
Yep.
Yep, that's all. Baseball. Thank you so much, Eric. Moving on to Maple. It's Maple Weekend. Welcome back and thank you for joining us for another half hour of News Channel 2 Weekend Today. I'm Katrina Smith. Another beautiful morning, but does the nice stretch last through the weekend? Meteorologist Eric Gage is over in the Weather Center. I shared the good news at the top of the hour. We may have a little bit of rain in the forecast, right?
Yeah, and again, it's looking to be towards sunset, and it's isolated. Not everyone sees rain showers, but it could produce a brief downpour. Along with that, too, I mean, if you haven't noticed the sunshine, but also the lack of humidity. It's been a very nice stretch of weather. It's not been muggy at all. Yeah, and as we head into this weekend, though, the humidity slowly starts to rise. It's not going to be totally muggy, but you're going to start to notice it on the lower side. In fact, taking a look at dew points across the area, dew point temperatures are the basic indicator of humidity. Now, we are reaching the low 50s, which is still comfortable, but as the dew point temperatures reach the mid to upper 50s, that's when you start to notice it. And in fact, I just want to emphasize this evening, as we do have a non-severe risk with thunderstorms as we head into closer to sunset, there is a very low chance of hail developing from it, but again, isolated. It's going to be lasting very quickly, and we're not going to be expecting any storms lasting too long, but still a brief downpour is possible, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. Other than that, though, lots of sunshine today. Temperatures reaching upper 70s to low 80s. Talking about in detail what to expect for the weekend ahead, plus the week ahead coming up. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you, Eric. The tax filing.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. A sunny and warm start to your Saturday with hot temperatures already in the 60s for some of us, warming up into the 70s and 80s by the afternoon. And here's a live look outside. Our Mountain Ice Painter Leaf Gel camera overlooking Oneonta. And again, quiet conditions across the area this morning, as well as taking a live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2. Dot the radar, again, quiet conditions. However, as we head into this afternoon and this evening, we're going to start to experience at least 1 or 2 isolated showers or storms, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. And in fact, this morning, still, you can see the difference in timing of the temperatures getting sent in. So early on this morning, Westdale, 46 degrees. Already 66 in Clinton, 61 in New Hartford. Over in Mohawk, 63 degrees. Southern Valley's temperatures on the mild side this morning as well. 57 in Cooperstown, 65 degrees in Hartwick, and 57 degrees checking in over in Emerson. And again, looking at still somewhat warm temperatures for the next couple of days, 80s for the highs today. Again, a brief shower or storm this evening. More info on that coming up in just a minute. And also for tomorrow, more on the dry side with, again, a brief light shower with high temperatures slightly cooler in the mid-70s. Again, dry weather expected for both these days, only a very brief chance of rain. And again, this is due to an area of circulation out towards Pennsylvania and Maryland. And although it's far away, this will start to slowly inch north before it moves its east. And that creates at least a couple of chances for some rain showers, even a rumble of thunder as a storm could move through some parts of the southern valleys. Those of you north of the Mohawk Valley, though, look to remain mostly dry, if not entirely dry, for most, if not all, of today. So again, our Skycast looking at dry weather this morning, already warming up into the upper 60s to low 70s by noontime, increasing clouds And again, we're keeping an eye on this band of rain showers coming through the southern valleys. Could produce some rumbles of thunder, as well as a very small chance of small hail, maybe pea-sized hail as this moves. But again, there's not a lot of shear or change in wind direction or speed with height. What that means is these storms aren't going to be lasting too long. They will quickly weaken and shift their way out towards the west. Drying out again for early Sunday morning, dry for most of Sunday afternoon with highs reaching the mid-70s, and again a very, very low chance of a light shower or drizzle as we head into Sunday evening. Now Monday morning, still looking dry, but as you end up later on Monday morning by 6 a.m. though, looking at increasing chances for rain showers as a cold front pushes through. This will bring the end to the very warm stretch of weather we've been experiencing, and these rain showers will continue for the most part throughout Monday afternoon. So for today, high of 80 degrees, a pop-up shower possible by the evening. Tonight, a low of 57 with mild conditions. Our 7-day forecast after this weekend, cooling down a little bit into the 50s and 40s for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but we warm right back up again Thursday and Friday with plenty of sunshine. And our weekend trivia question, did we break a high temperature record yesterday? And the high temperature was 83 degrees, yes or no?
Oh, maybe, yes.
Maybe yes, maybe no. It was a maybe.
Yes.
Yes? It was a no.
Well, in my car, it was hotter than 83 degrees when I was driving home yesterday.
Yeah, so like we could also kind of, yeah, it could be some gray area because we were actually 1 degree shy. It was 84 was the record high. So, I mean, it's 83 and you could probably, the thermometer might be somewhat inaccurate, but yeah.
We didn't break the record. It was hot, but it wasn't that hot.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Eric. 50 forward Mohawk Valley.
We were talking about those dry conditions, but you look on the screen there from the Nexus Center, and there's some rain rolling in, Eric.
Yeah, some rain, especially south of the Mohawk Valley, and some of these storms did actually, in fact, produce some hail. We were expecting the possibility of that happening, and in fact, here's a live look at our Nexus camera looking south of Utica. Notice those updrafts, those higher level clouds in the background. A closer view in Cooperstown, and you see those darker clouds moving in from the east. Usually most storms in our area move in from the west, but today is a different example, and still a little bit better conditions, but a half hour ago, a lot more dark skies in Oneonta. And here's a live look at our radar. Here's what's going on right now. So we do have some storms, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. They are rolling west, a big difference compared to normal storms, again, moving east. Now, again, these systems are still generally south of the Mohawk Valley. These do have the chance of producing some small hail. However, the main storm that produced hail is actually down towards Sydney and has since weakened and moved further out towards the west. So for right now, still, for at least the next couple of hours, a pop-up storm is possible, especially for those of you south of the Mohawk Valley. Mohawk Valley and north is generally looking quiet. However, a storm could creep up a little bit further north. But again, most of the active weather will generally stay south of the valley. And for tonight, though, mild conditions. These storms do come to an end, and we are tracking a cooler but nice day tomorrow. Look at that full forecast is coming up. Back to you, Ben.
Thank you very much, Eric. One person.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening and welcome back. Our stretch of 80-degree days continue today, being our third consecutive day of temperatures reaching the low to mid-80s. In fact, all 3 days our high temp reached 83 degrees, and finally today we actually broke a record. The record high, at least for April 15th, was 82, set back in 2003, and we beat it today by 1 degree. Now, with these higher temperatures becomes a higher chance for some storms, and some of us are seeing it this evening. In fact, there's a live look at our Cavvy Tower camera overlooking the Mohawk Valley again. The Mohawk Valley is looking generally dry. However, some storms are firing up south of the Mohawk Valley. We'll spend a bit more time on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar this evening. I'm not on camera right now because I'm zooming in a little bit on the radar. In fact, just south of the Mohawk Valley, these storms are firing up. And with these storms, again, there's no front causing these storms to develop. It's basically due to elevation. This warm air is hitting these higher elevations and basically igniting storms, especially for those of you south of the Mohawk Valley. We're keeping an eye on this storm right here, just on the border of Madison, Otsego, and Chenango County line right here, as well as this storm down toward just south of Oneonta. And in fact, these storms are still, you can see right here, just popping up. We're just calling them pop-up storms because they are developing very suddenly, and they're going to be short-lived. They're going to develop and then gradually weaken as they move further out towards the west. Now, we are also keeping an eye on rotation. These storms are moving very slow, and our main concern with slow-moving storms is rotation. Now, the good news is basically none of these storms are causing rotation near the ground, which are evident of tornadoes, but some of these are, in fact, producing hail, especially a storm that rolled through Sydney. And, in fact, some of these storms, over some of these areas, as well as Cooperstown and even out just north of Sherburne, could produce some hail as well. Again, probably penny-sized, not too big, but still looking at some possibly of some small hail developing from some of these storms. Now, these do come to an end, and still looking at mostly dry weather at least until Monday evening, a little bit after sunset, as that long-awaited widespread rainfall does start to arrive after we had a very warm and dry stretch of weather for the past several days. So again, on our Skycast tonight, those storms roll through to the west, weakening, looking mostly dry overnight with temperatures on the mild side in the 50s. Some patchy fog possible south of the Mohawk Valley where the rain has fallen. And starting out tomorrow, 1 p.m. in the 70s, another nice day with a very, very low chance of an isolated shower or drizzle. Not looking to be stormy, at least compared to today. And mild conditions overnight into Monday morning as a cold front pushes through, bringing in widespread rain showers for those of us at least widespread across the North Country, Mohawk Valley, and Southern Valleys. And these rain showers will gradually linger throughout most of Monday. So for tonight, low 57 degrees, mild conditions, and our 7-day forecast. These warmer temperatures come to an end as we head into tomorrow. 50s for the highs on Monday, 49 for Tuesday. Wednesday is still looking dry for the most part. However, we do have slight rain chances from a warm front Thursday and Friday as we warm back up into the 60s. We cool right back down into the 40s again next Saturday.
Forecast tonight at 11. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage. Good evening, Eric.
Good evening, Ben. It's been a beautiful day for most of us, except for those of you south of the Mohawk Valley. Got to see a chance of a pop-up shower or storm. Now, these have moved out of the area. Here's a live look at Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. All is quiet across central New York and will look to remain quiet at least for tonight, the start of tomorrow morning, and the beginning of tomorrow afternoon, with a very low chance of an isolated shower similar to yesterday, however not as strong, developing tomorrow night. Again, temperatures still on the mild side this evening as well, in the 60s, 65 degrees in Whitesboro, 58 over in Cooperstown, 64 up in the North Country and inlet. So a very mild night so far, and things look to remain relatively mild at least overnight tonight. However, as we head in the next several days, a cool down begins to arrive. So 70s for tomorrow, down into the 50s for Monday, and highs for the middle of the week, reaching the upper 40s to low 50s. So definitely a big change in weather, at least temperature-wise, for the near future. So enjoy the nice weather, at least for tomorrow, with highs in the 70s. Again, mild tonight, lows reaching the mid-50s. We're talking about what to expect for Sunday as well as the week next week coming up. Back to you, Ben.
Thank you very much, Eric. It was
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good evening and welcome back. Not typical for April is several days of 80-degree days, and in fact we had 3 of them over the past a couple of days. And in fact, today's we actually broke a record high at 2003. We had a high temperature day of 83 degrees once more, and the warmth does continue tomorrow, but then it does start to come to an end by tomorrow night. And in fact, we saw beautiful conditions for most of the area today. However, those of you south of the Mohawk Valley got to experience some pop-up showers and storms. Here's a time lapse of that from our Mountain Ice camera overlooking Oneonta. And you can see just a couple of rounds of brief but heavier downpours move through some parts of the area. And in fact, for tonight, though, things are quieting up. Drying on a Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, things look to remain dry for most of tonight, into tomorrow morning and into tomorrow afternoon. But heading into tomorrow evening, a few pop-up showers do develop ahead of a cold front, and that'll bring with it some cooler temperatures along with some heavier rain showers overnight into early Monday morning. So around the clock for tomorrow, still again starting out on the mild side in the upper 50s to low 60s, reaching the mid 70s by the afternoon. Not going to be as warm as today, but still a very nice day for at least early April standards to mid-April standards. And again, on the wind speed, still on the quiet side is for the morning, but winds do pick up as we head into the evening as that cold front starts to approach. And you can see right here weather grades, lots of sunshine, at least for the morning and afternoon, partly cloudy to partly sunny skies. But clouds are to increase by the evening as that cold front begins to arrive. Now, the weather maker for today, for those of you in the southern valleys, those pop-up showers are due to an offshore low pressure that is moving its way out towards the east. And our next concern for weather looks to be from this cold front that is producing at least some severe weather out towards St. Louis. Now, thankfully, it looks to be weakening as it heads into our area, but there's enough instability in place, at least for tomorrow night into early Monday morning, for some rumbles of thunder as this strong cold front pushes through. So timing it on our Skycast for tonight, quiet conditions, temperatures on the mild side reaching the low to mid 50s. Keep an eye on some patchy fog for those of you south of the Mohawk Valley, those of you that saw rain showers. Could see some patchy fog, especially in higher elevations south of the Mohawk Valley. Heading into early tomorrow morning, again, starting out on the mild side, warming up into the 50s, 60s, and eventually 70s by the afternoon. A nice day. Winds pick up, a brief chance for a pop-up shower heading into late Sunday night. And into early Monday morning, again, looking dry, but this cold front begins to arrive by 6 a.m., producing some heavier showers, and these look to be on and off, at least for the most part, for the morning. Briefly drying out, at least for the afternoon, and then lingering showers trailing this cold front begin to arrive by Monday around 6 p.m. So again, a generally unsettled weather day in store for the start of the work week. So for tonight, low 57 degrees, mild conditions. Tomorrow, a very nice day with highs in the mid 70s. Again, a pop-up shower is possible by the evening. In our 7-day forecast, the warmer weather does come to an end as that cold front pushes through Monday and into Tuesday, with high temperatures reaching the upper 50s to lower 40s. We're warming up into the 30s, at least for the 60s, and even possibly 70s by Friday, but back down into the 40s again by next Saturday.